If you've been struggling to find that awesome blend of having easy access into Uptown while also being just minutes away from lifestyle living, then look no further. I have an awesome option that I've been keeping my eye on for a while for you. This is Carrington by Eastwood Homes right here in Denver. You are not going to want to miss this one. So let's dive right into Carrington for you here. So this is going to be a single family home community that is going to offer ranch style and two-story homes that is going to be perfect for families, retirees, or anyone that is seeking a nice blend of luxury feel and nice quick lake proximity, which is hard to find. So the builder in this neighborhood is going to be Eastwood Homes. Now, they were recently named Charlotte's Builder of the Year back in 2023, and they are known for their exceptional craftsmanship and over 45 years of experience. And I've done multiple transactions with Eastwood Homes, and especially Ryan, who is one of the sales reps inside of Carrington, and I have nothing but great things to say from my previous experiences, and I'm sure you would say the same if I were to meet you out there at the neighborhood and show you around. So the neighborhood itself is going to be ideally situated in Denver, just moments away from Lake Norman as well as Huntersville, and nestled right in between Highway 16 and Highway 73, which gives you easy commute into, like I mentioned, Huntersville, Mooresville area, and Charlotte as well. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to be going over a quick little map tour to give you a very comprehensive overview of all the highway systems around, the drive time into Uptown Charlotte, the drive time to the lake itself, and all the cool things in and around the area that this neighborhood is located at in itself. So, but if this is your first time to the channel, welcome in. My name is Will Simoneaux. I'm a new construction expert with Dreamline Realty. What we do on this channel, Brand New Charlotte Homes, we cover everything you need to know about all the new construction builders, neighborhoods, and floor plans in and around the greater Charlotte area. So be sure to hit the subscribe button if that sounds like something that you're interested in, because we're going to give you as much information as possible. And we have tons of resources that we have custom made ourselves to make sure that we leave no options on the table for you. So be sure to subscribe. I think you'll get a ton of value out of this, or be sure to reach out. We have all of our information in the description below. This neighborhood is going to offer 11 different floor plans, like I mentioned before, that are ranch style and two-story homes. And of those plans, there's going to be first floor primary bedroom options, with also options to do, which Eastwood Homes is very notorious of. They're offering third floor options as well. So there's a lot of different things and options that you can select in these plans, and they also offer a lot included in all their spec homes or quick move-in homes or inventory homes. So I think they offer a lot of luxury feel, but also really nice conveniences with those third floor options that I think a lot of people are looking for. So be sure to stick around. I think you're going to enjoy some of the stuff that you see. The square footage of these homes is going to range from around the 1,700 all the way up to 3,500 plus, depending on the floor plan that you choose in options and selections. Now, the bedrooms and bathrooms of all these plans are going to be 3 to 6 bedrooms and 2 to 4 bathrooms. And all of these plans will include gorgeous kitchens with large islands and pantry areas, guest suites, and optional outdoor living areas like screened porches or covered patios as options as well. So there's a lot of variability in pricing, just depending on exactly how you build it out. But that's an awesome flexibility to have with Eastwood Homes that they're offering in all of their communities. Now, the HOA fee in this neighborhood is going to be $83 a month. Now, that's going to cover your general neighborhood upkeep, a community pool, cabana, pickleball courts, fire pit, and a playground area. So I'll show you where all that is going to be when I do the quick little map tour and show you all the lots in the neighborhood and all that good stuff. But some awesome amenities, while also, again, being very close to the lake living as well. So you're definitely going to have things that keep you busy during the summertime frame. Now, the schools for this neighborhood are currently zoned for Catawba Springs Elementary, East Lincoln Middle, and High School. So if schools are a big deal for you, we have more resources in the description below. We have greatschools.org in there. Go type in those school names to figure out if those ratings are up to par with what you're looking for. But I think you would be very satisfied, and a lot of people are driving out to this area for that reason. Now, the neighborhood itself will have 115 total lots, and homes are, like I mentioned before, moving very quickly, with already selling 26 so far, and we haven't even had, they just recently had the grand opening and opened up their model home that fully staged. So that just shows you how desirable this neighborhood is, and I would recommend to act sooner rather than later before they sell farther along. Now, there really isn't a ton of options left in the first phase of to-be-built homes, or picking out your lot, picking out the plan, doing all the options, selections, and all that stuff, but they do have a good amount of quick move-in homes that are going to be a much faster closings, and you already have a much more transparent pricing. So go in the description below. I've created a link to check out all those quick move-in options, whether you're looking at this video today or you're looking at it 2 years from now. Be sure to go check that out. That's going to keep you up to date on the all-in pricing usually. But if you're looking to build a home from the ground up, definitely reach out to me. Go in the description below. I would be more than happy to break down how all that works and what the expected pricing is looking like, because a lot of times, like these builders, you'll see the base pricing is starting from $400,000, but after you add in all the options and all the other stuff, it could be much higher. So I'll be as transparent as possible, and I can work with Ryan over there with Eastwood Homes on site at the neighborhood and make sure we give you as much transparency up front, to where if you are building a home from the ground up, you know what that end number is going to be at the end of the day before you make any decisions. So like I said, we have a ton of resources in there. If you want to keep up to date with all the inventory that is currently for sale and keep an idea on what the current pricing is, go check out that link in the description below. That's going to be a great resource for you. But the proposed pricing in this neighborhood is going to be in the mid 400,000s, with all-in pricing, like I mentioned, for some of those quick move-in homes being in the low 5s and reaching all the way up to the high 600,000s, really depending on the lot size, the floor plan, and all the different customizations in there. So like I mentioned before, I think Eastwood Homes does a great job including a lot in their quick move-in homes. You'll see they have a lot of trim work and different things that are more of a higher end feel in some of the homes that they built out. So I think that's really awesome. But if you want to stay closer to that mid 400,000 price range, you could do a to-be-built home and pick out all your options and selections and keep it well within your budget and get that awesome location that we're talking about here. But let me quit talking here and let me get you inside this Edgefield model home so you have an idea on what to expect from Eastwood Homes in itself. But be sure to stick around, because like I said, after this model home walkthrough towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you as much of a breakdown on all the other neighborhood options that are similar to this, to make sure you leave no options on the table, and how does this rank compared to some of those other ones in the area around it, as well as going over all the other resources and giving you a quick little map tour to have an idea on what to expect in this area in itself. But I hope you really enjoy this walkthrough. hope you guys enjoyed that quick little walkthrough of the Edgefield floor plan, and you got a good idea on what to expect with Eastwood Homes and the product that they have to offer in Carrington. But like I mentioned, I want to get you on a quick little map tour to have an idea on what to expect in and around the neighborhood itself of Carrington. So, but if you've stuck around to this point of the video, I'm sure you're getting some value out of this. But if you are, I would greatly appreciate it if you can hit that like button. That helps me out a ton in putting out content just like this on, this neighborhood and all the other ones in and around the greater Charlotte area. And be sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be trying to go to back to the neighborhood and meet Ryan out there, the sales rep on site, and do some walkthrough of the inventory homes that they're going to have coming up soon. So be sure to subscribe to keep an eye on that if that sounds like something of interest to you. But hopping on the map here, you can see Carrington is going to be this little red pin right here in the corner. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit to give you a better perspective of where we're at in regards to the Charlotte area. So you can see we're on that northwest side of the greater Charlotte area. You're going to take Highway 16 all the way up from Charlotte to get to that Denver area. So you can see the small town of Denver is going to be just a little bit more north on 16, and you're going to be located right on that corner of 16 and where 73 meet, just on the south side of Lake Norman. Again, very, very easily accessible to Lake Norman, or you can go down. They have some put-in options as well to go to Mountain Island Lake. I usually, if I ever have the opportunity to go to the lake, I frequently would go to Mountain Island Lake in the past. I think it's a more smaller feel, and it's just a little bit more relaxed than what you can usually find in Lake Norman. But very nice area over here, but just a small town area that you're only about a couple minutes away from all your amenities that are right around the corner. So the neighborhood itself, again, is located right off of 16, but you can see it's nice and tucked away. You got some wooded lots that are going to be available. It's just nice and tucked away. We're going to get a much more private feel and seclusion driving in off of the main road, and you have a nice and long scenic drive to get to your seclusion in the neighborhood in itself right here. But again, zooming out, you have all your amenities and everything that you'll need within just a couple minute drive. You have Lowe's Home Improvement right here. You have a Walmart, Chick-fil-A, restaurants, Aldi's, Tractor Supply for all your hardware needs or anything of that nature. Here's Teeter, Publix, grocery stores. So you got all the little quick amenities that you're going to need to go do quick little errands or things like that for things around the house right around the corner, which is super nice for the convenience. Or if you want to go do a little bit more upscale shopping or things like that, you can take 73, and it would probably be, with traffic, 15 to 20 minute drive to get to Birkdale Village. So if you're not familiar with Birkdale Village, it's a little strip mall setting where it's a much more upscale, higher end restaurants and things to do in that area. So you got the Cheesecake Factory over here, and plenty of other options and shopping in and around this area that is right down the road. And if Whole Foods is a thing for you, that is not that far away either. So again, you can hop right on 73, easy convenience, and drop you right off into Birkdale Village. But great conveniences around, but I know a lot of people that may be watching this video may be wondering how far away it is into Uptown, or maybe you want to go watch a Panthers game, go watch a Hornets game or something like that. To get into Uptown, if you're going there frequently, you're looking at about a 40-minute drive, and that's including some congestion that you'll get right over the lake area right here, which it looks pretty congested right now. So the drive time could be a little bit quicker, just depending on traffic. But a lot of times people will also, if you're watching these videos, maybe wanting to know the commute time is pretty important to the airport. The airport drive time, you're going to be looking at about 30 to 35 minutes roughly, hopping, taking 16 all the way to 485. So if you're not familiar with 485, this is going to be that loop all the way around Charlotte, so giving you easy access to everywhere you need to be, which is really nice. So that's a quick little breakdown on the map on all the little things around. Hopefully that gives you a better idea on what to expect. But I was talking to you about the neighborhood prior and how it has 115 total lots. This is a map of the neighborhood itself, and you can see all this blue right here, the light blue that you're looking at right now. That is going to be the future phase, phase 2. So what we're looking at in the first phase, all these grays right here have already sold. So again, very desirable and selling, very quickly before they even really got the model home staged and to the point to where I was able to show this video for you. But they do have, in these darker blues here, have some quick moving options. And again, I'm gonna try and go out there for you, and be sure to subscribe if you're interested in something like that, to get some content, to get an idea on what to expect on what they would offer in some of those quick move-in homes for you. But there are some greens here, and those are going to be the lots that are potentially still available for to be built, or to pick out your lot, your floor plan, and build it from the ground up with all your options and selections. So that's something that's nice to look at. But now I want to jump over, talked a lot about Carrington, but now I want to show you all the other options that may be out there and how do they compare to Carrington itself, and is this a great option compared to those. So again, on the map here, this is a resource that I've created, by hand. It took me quite a while. It's honestly not easy on the eyes, but this is a map of all the different, single family new construction developments, townhomes coming soon. All the ones that in purple, I've completed, personally done a video on, but there is a ton of development going in and around the greater Charlotte area. And really everything right here inside 485 is going to be townhomes, but you're seeing, a lot of people that are looking for single family options are moving out off of these main arteries, going out away from Charlotte. So I think this is a great option that a lot of people are going to be very, very interested in. And again, you can see that speaking in itself with the 26 that I've already sold when it just recently opened up. So zooming in here, you can see Carrington is going to be this little pin right here, single family community. You got a couple little pins around it as well to keep an eye on. The neighborhood that is closest to this neighborhood is going to be Sifford Farms by Century Communities, and I believe they have another little pocket neighborhood here, but one neighborhood in particular that I'm talking about now is only going to be about 15 lots or so, and they don't offer as the feel or the product that I would say that Eastwood Homes has to offer. So I think you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck and a much better investment in Carrington in itself. Now, another great option that I think, if you're exploring Carrington, these are all options that I would definitely at least, cross off your radar and make sure you at least look into them to see if they're appealing to you as well before you make any decisions. Bella Vista by KB Homes, that's only going to be about, not even 10 minutes away from Carrington in itself. I've done a video on that, so if you want to check that out, go to my channel. But this is going to be a little bit more developed. It's getting towards the later phases of the neighborhood, but have some amenities, some wooded lots, and all that good stuff. But it's going to be a little bit different of a price point, and they're going to have a little bit different of offerings as well. Usually not as large of square footage. Or if you want to have the family close by, there's a 55 plus neighborhood trilogy right across 16 here. This is going to be a large community, probably not as appealing if you're looking into Carrington right now, but it's nice to know all the options and all the developments that are around this area. So you can see all the growth is coming out this way. But I would say there are a couple of other options out here. Sylvan Creek, I would say, is by D.R. Horton, is one of the more comparable options to Carrington. You can see it's a little bit farther away from Charlotte and farther out from Carrington. But I think this is going to be an option that's as most comparable as far as square footage and pricing. But you're going to have a little bit farther of a drive time. It's a little bit farther to get to some of the, in this Denver area right here, there's not as many amenities or nicer amenities that you would see in this area right here that I was showing you prior on the map. Another option would be Stratford by Stanley Martin Homes. Again, that's getting towards, I've done a video on that one as well. That one is getting towards the end of its phase here, so they may not have as many options that are currently available. But another great option over in this area is going to be Eastwood Homes. This is the Rock Creek community. So this is has had a couple of phases in its life. It's towards the completion of the neighborhood, but it's taken some time to get to where it's at. But they do currently still have some lots that they're building out in there that I believe they have a little bit bigger of lots. But again, you're going to get pretty much the same product that you'll get in Carrington, but usually a little bit more bang for your buck with being a little bit farther out. So I would explore that, but the price point with the larger lots and all that good stuff is going to be a little bit more elevated than what you'll see in Carrington in itself. So all some options to explore and check out. But if you want to go a little bit closer to Huntersville, there's a lot of growth and development that is happening right in this area. But usually once you get closer to this Burkdale Village area, the price point is going to be a little bit elevated. So all these ones that are brown are coming soon neighborhoods, so they're just moving dirt and all that stuff on the very ground level. So if you want to be updated on all this stuff that's coming soon, definitely be sure to subscribe, because I got a lot to do, as you can see here, to keep you and anybody that's subscribed to this channel updated, to make sure that you're aware of all those options that are out there in the greater Charlotte area. So And if you would like some access to this, go in the description below and set up a Zoom call with us. We'd love to put a face to a name and hear more about your situation. From there, I have a whole spreadsheet as well, not just that map pen, to showcase all of these new construction options. So I go over and adjust this every quarter to make sure I leave no options on the table for you if any of my clients are looking for new construction in any particular area. So definitely reach out to me if you're interested in something like this. You want to know all those options that are out there. Schedule that Zoom call. I have had great feedback with that, and what I can do for you is go through, hear more about your situation, go through this spreadsheet, and create a custom tailored list of something kind of like this, where I can give you some notes, some feedback. This is an example of one that I created for a particular client who is looking for something in the 400,000 price range, but was really flexible to go all the way around Charlotte. They just wanted about a 40-minute drive time into uptown Charlotte. So if you're interested in something like this, I think this is a great resource, because a lot of these neighborhoods like Carrington, they sell out super quickly. They sell 26 homes before they even open up the model home. And if you want to be aware of all the new construction developments where you have to-be-built options, so you can pick out a lot and all that stuff, those aren't going to be listed on sites like Realtor.com or Zillow. You need to know of the neighborhood of itself and move on it quick. So again, if that sounds like an option for you or something of interest to you, again, definitely schedule that Zoom call. I would love to hear from you and hear more about your situation, and create a custom tailored list to make sure we leave no options left on the table for you here. But all right, that is a very comprehensive breakdown. I know I rambled on a little bit for you guys there, but hopefully you guys got some great value out of this, and hopefully you got an idea on the quality of the product that Eastwood Homes has to offer. Again, they did win Builder of the Year back in 2023, and I've had multiple transactions with them, and I speak very, very highly of them. So if this is something of interest to you, definitely reach out to me. Go look at all those resources in the description below. Reach out to us, and I'd be more than happy to break things down a little bit more in depth for you if need be. But again, if you got any value, hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.